How's it going, guys? Julian Bradley here. Today I'm going to talk about pentatonic scales and how they can do wonders for your jazz piano improvisation and any composition you're using. So a pentatonic scale, first of all, is this scale. This is C pentatonic scale. It's a 5-note scale. So here's a stack of fifths, C, G, D, A, E. And if we compact those into one octave, that's what you get. So I'm not actually sure if it's called the pentatonic scale because it's 5 notes or because it's a stack of perfect fifths. Doesn't really matter, but it's interesting to know that pattern. It's just a group of fifths. So it's a very pleasant sound. Some people associate it with Oriental music. But it sounds great in jazz piano playing, and because it's only 5 notes, it's quite a simple thing for your brain to have in your mind, and you can come up with licks in the pentatonic scale. So let's start with a C major 7 chord. When you see a C major 7 chord, you could very simply play a C pentatonic. It sounds consonant, it sounds fine. It doesn't sound particularly interesting though, because it's not adding much. It's really repeating mostly what's already been played in the left hand. So it's got the 1, 3 and the 5, and it's just adding the 9 and the 13th. So generally, I should say now, the colourful notes in your improvisations are going to be the extended harmony. So you have the chordal tones 1, 3, 5, 7, and then you have the 9, the 11th, and the 13th. Whether they're flat 9s, sharp 11s, flat 13s, whatever, it's always going to be these extended harmony notes that are going to sound really colourful, whatever chord you're playing. And in my improvisation, I tend to aim for these 3 notes a fair bit. So playing a C pentatonic over C major 7 isn't going to give me many of those notes, although actually it's going to give me 2, but there's better ways to do this. So the next scale degree we could build it off is the 5th, play a G pentatonic. And this would be slightly more colourful. It would repeat these chordal tones, the G and the E. The 7th is the more colourful chordal tone, but it would also give me the 6th and the 9th. So these are all quite colourful notes. These are fairly bland. But I'll get straight to the point that for me the best, and for many people the best, most colourful pentatonic scale for the major 7 chord is if you build it off the 2nd scale degree. So in C major 7, that would be the D. We'll play a D pentatonic. Gives you this lovely sharp 11. And outlines the Lydian mode, which is the major scale with a sharp 4. That's a lick I use a lot. It's actually in one of my ebooks. It's in Voodoo Dancer. It's in F minor. What do I do? So basically the relative major of C minor is E flat major, and for that reason playing the E flat major, the E flat pentatonic scale, sounds consonant. That works fine. But it doesn't add much colour because it's mainly repeating the chordal tones. The chordal tones are 1, 3, 5, 7. It's repeating all these chordal tones and it's only adding the 11th, which is an F natural. Remember, these are the colourful notes that I tend to aim for in my solos or when I'm composing a melody. So the E flat pentatonic doesn't add much. You could also do a B flat pentatonic, that would add a bit more. So that's quite a good one, but in my opinion and many people's opinion, an F pentatonic does a nice job. Because it's outlining the Dorian mode. It's got the 11th, the 13th, and the 9th. So it's got all those extended harmony notes, all the colourful notes. Sounds great over C minor. So whenever I see a minor chord, minor 7 chord, and I want to play a pentatonic, I will tend to just play the 4th scale degree pentatonic. So take another example, if we're in F minor, if I see an F minor 7 chord, I'll play a B flat pentatonic scale because that's the 4th above the root. If it was a key of A minor, if I saw an A minor 7 chord, I'd play the 4th of A is a D. Sounds great. Now on to the last kind of chord. Is a dominant 7 chord. Is a C dominant 7, C, E, G, B flat. What pentatonics could we play? Well, we could play a C pentatonic. Doesn't add that much colour. We could play a B flat pentatonic. Sounds alright. But here's what I would play. I'd probably play an F sharp pentatonic scale. And what does that outline? Well, that outlines a kind of altered harmony. Altered scale you can play over dominant 7 chords. It's probably as exotic a scale as you can get on a dominant 7 chord. And really the exotic notes in the altered scale, you have the root, the 3rd and the 7th, which are the bland chordal tones, but once you've got those in, the exotic notes are all these black notes when I'm playing over C dominant 7, and those black notes happen to be a pentatonic scale. So for me, when I want to play a pentatonic scale over a dominant 7 chord, I'll just build a pentatonic scale off the sharp 4 of the scale. So C dominant 7 means F sharp pentatonic. Another example, if we had E dominant 7, I'll build it off the sharp 4, which is A sharp or B flat. It resolves down a 5th. That's how the altered scale always wants to resolve. So let's start off with a simple pentatonic approach to 2-5-1s. Let's practice 2-5-1s because that's 90% of jazz is 2-5-1s, so it makes sense to practice those most of the time. Got a 2-5-1 in C major, D minor 7, G dominant 7, C major 7. I'll just tell you the answer. You can play a G pentatonic, and that will sound consonant over all three chords. So that's a simple approach to 2-5-1s, is just build a pentatonic scale off the 5th scale degree. The first chord is a minor chord, minor 7 chord, and I told you a consonant scale, a consonant pentatonic scale is built off the 4th of a minor 7 chord. So for the first chord we'll play a G pentatonic, then we have G dominant 7 for the 5 chord. We could do the sharp 4 pentatonic, so C sharp or D flat, and then end with the major 7 chord. I'll play the D pentatonic. So that's quite a sophisticated sound.
Are you tired of playing overly simplified jazz piano arrangements like this one? Do you want to play what the professional jazz musicians actually play? Well, now you can with my Jazz Hero Complete Collector's Edition, which presents 8 of my most special piano compositions, from emotional lounge piano ballads to upbeat Latin pieces from Brazil and Cuba. The Complete Collector's Edition contains over 30 pages of detailed manuscript listing everything I play when I perform live, so don't miss out on my limited time introductory offer. Visit jazzherobooks.com or simply click on the link in the description box below this video. It's time to take your jazz piano playing to a whole new level with my Jazz Hero Complete Collector's Edition.